the two boards are joined together, it's time to put them on the, mount them on the panel. You'll love this part. Now we have to put the rubber blocks these are just for appearance purposes, but they have to go over the toggle switches to keep things from digging down inside the unit while you're using it. Wouldn't do if you lost change inside of it or something, or if you shorted something out. These rubber patches underneath or onto each switch. Now we have to center the switches. We're getting ready to put the front panel on this thing. This is no fun at all because you have to line all those pots, which are floppy because they're only mounted on 3 legs on one side, and all these rotary switches and all those toggle switches and all those jacks have to line up with the holes on the front panel. And they never do that properly. Ever. So, it takes a while. Got it down, first thing we want to do, make sure nothing's hanging up on it. I've got to have the right hardware put together, so we need all the nuts, washers, and other screws and things to be in one place. The first thing we do is screw this down. And you need special deep tools, deep sockets to do this. So you need a special deep socket in order to do this. But we tighten this down first to make sure it's held onto the panel properly. And then we have to attach the power supply. Be careful not to get fingerprints all over it, because people complain about the fingerprints, no matter how much hand labor is involved in it. Some things you can't do with gloves on. It takes a million tools because there's a million fasteners. Okay, now for the fun part. Putting the nuts and washers on all these pots. Why don't I use pots that just mount all the way down flush on the board and then have long shafts? Because I can't get pots that large. Nobody will make them for me. They're just not available. Why don't you get them custom made? Well, I don't make enough quantity to justify it. You'll notice that the holes are a little too large on all of these to make them fit. But even then, it's still a pretty tight fit. So what we have to do is, I have to keep cloth gloves around in order to handle this stuff. Put down a washer, put the nut down over it, then brace your arm against the panel and pull it up, and start the nut onto the shaft of the pot. You have to do that again. You have to do it 33 times because there are 33 pots. I haven't found an easier way to do this. If you're really, really smart, you're certainly welcome to try it yourself. Something wrong with this one. Very, very tight fit.